Hello, people.
So we are here live now. Yes.
Hello, everyone. Today we are live, and our topic is SingleDom, and we are going to talk about a lot of interesting topics. We are doing expose on marriage or no marriage. We have Kavvita Kapoor Khalsaa, who is an access consciousness certified facilitator, relationship expert, relationship. Um uh,
Happiness, wellness, body, money, whatever you may say. You can call anything. Introduction ka kya hai,
yes. And yeah, today we are going to talk about SingleDom. Can you please explain, elaborate on this topic? What is single dumb?
How
Dum
many
dum
of
dum.
you feel dumb when you're single? How dumb, what a loser I am, how much of a failure I am, अभी भी single. और अगर आप खुद नहीं महसूस करते, कितने लोग हैं जो आपको महसूस करा देते हैं कि आप single हो, तो आप definitely आप में कोई कमी है and you're dumb. Well, this is not the title, says single dumb, like a kingdom. But we got talking, I'm playing with words right now, and I'm saying, do you feel that you're dumb, that you couldn't find someone? That is what the whole thing is. And how much of a people kind of keep accusing you, अकेले अभी कब तक तुमने अकेले रहना है? That is what the whole idea of this topic is.
So for certain age, people see certain people that like till 20s that they are fine as single. But after a certain age, the perception, the viewpoints differ, and uh, people see it in a different way. So can we talk about, is it easy to be single and um, single in this reality?
वेदर वी लाइक इट और नॉट, हमको ये बहुत पहले से एंट्रेन किया गया है, क्योंकि वेदों के हिसाब से भाई 25 तक का ब्रह्मचर्य होता है, देन गृहस्थ आश्रम शुरू होता है, फिर वानप्रस्थ एंड देन संन्यास. सो इफ यू टॉक अबाउट स्पिरिचुअल साइड ऑफ थिंग्स, तो वो कहते हैं अभी तो मैंने संन्यास छोड़ना लिया, मैं संन्यास के टाइम पे वो करूंगा. नाउ माय ओनली थिंग इज कि जब आज की तारीख में ये सारी चीजें बदल चुकी है, लाइक पीपल डोंट गेट मैरिड टिल 35 ऑल्सो. सो क्या आप तब तक अपना, बिकॉज गृहस्थ आश्रम आपका शुरू हो चुका है बट यू आर नॉट इन इट, सो पीपल स्टार्ट प्रेशराइजिंग एंड पोकिंग यू. अकेले रहना इस रियलिटी में आई से एज अ yes or and a no. How I see it is that it's for those who are so comfortable in their skin that they can be themselves anywhere. It doesn't matter whether they are with somebody or they are not with somebody. प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि जब हमें सिखाया जाता है कि यू कैन नॉट लिव अ लाइफ अलोन, ओके, एंड देन वी मेक दैट रियल फॉर आवरसेल्व्स. कितने एनिमल्स है, बिकॉज हमें ये कहा जाता है वी आर लिटिल रिफाइंड एनिमल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स जो है हमारी, वी आर रैशनल एंड ऑल दैट. बट इफ यू लुक एट द एनिमल किंगडम, देयर आर सम एनिमल्स हु लाइक टू लिव ऑन देयर ओन, and there are some animals who live in a group, right? So we now, how about seeing that in human population as well? There are some people who like to be and some people who don't. So it's a choice they are making. Now who, based on their karma or their destiny and whatever their thought process was, in case lifetime पहले lifetime में life नहीं अच्छी रही और wife अच्छी नहीं मिली या husband अच्छा नहीं मिला, and in this lifetime they're probably seeing terrible relationships, then they come to a conclusion ki this is for me or not for me. I would only say that you have to choose for yourself and not based on any referral points. अगर अकेले अच्छा नहीं लगता है तो admit तो करो खुद को कि यार क्यों. वो लोग कहते हैं oh I hang around with my friends. What if friends are not there? Are you okay being on your own? Like to be honest, अगर कोई solo trip की बात करता है, मुझे बड़ी fascinating लगता है, but will I be able to go? At this point, maybe not. I would like to do it. Answer is yes. So going solo is not wrong, but going in a group is also not wrong. So you have to see मजा किस में आ रहा है, to being on your own or to being with somebody, because being with somebody के challenges अलग होते हैं, because
Yeah,
it's a
so
investment.
so there are challenges being alone and there are challenges of being with someone, and both the spectrum have different challenges. So what are challenges of being with someone and not being with someone?
Being with somebody includes that you know, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, we end up giving ourselves up and we make the other person more significant, and that's why we call who's your significant other. What if you do not have to do that, and you do not have to give up on you, and you do not have to divorce yourself? Because क्या होता है जब हम खुद से जुदा हो जाते हैं, फिर वो रिश्ते में हम हो या नहीं हो, इवेंचुअली वो जाती कहानी डिवोर्स तक ही है, या आप ऐसे ही मर जाते हो. सो आज की तारीख में हम रिलेशनशिप में मर मर के जी रहे हैं, एंड हियर वी आर टॉकिंग व्हाट इफ you could add more life to yourself, वो and be more alive. शुरुआत में अच्छा लगता है, then you're putting your best foot forward, and उसके बाद then you're like, no, this I can't do all my life. Bloody decide in the first place, right? You can't do it for your life, and you're just being nice to somebody. But if you cannot do that all your life, don't do it. Don't give up on you. And I often
there's
say that.
always a choice, right?
Absolute choice. मतलब आप घर पे कोई अगर आ रहा है गेस्ट, तो आप एक बार ही बना सकते हो 10 पकवान, लेकिन रोज अगर 10 पकवान बनाने हो तो जय हो, मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ. I wouldn't do that, and I'll be upfront about it. So the whole thing is that if being with somebody is working for someone, awesome, brilliant, go ahead and do that. But if you do not want to share your space and you do not want anybody to come too close, then the best idea would be to be with yourself. Enjoy yourself. And enjoy yourself means जब हम खुद ही की कंपनी में मजा लेते हैं ना, then the world doesn't matter. Then you're like having fun with yourself. That's it.
So I would like to talk about people who are with somebody and then now they are getting single. It can be divorce or passing away of the significant other, and it's very difficult for them to experience that loss. So
Yes.
can we like talk about getting over
Grief.
breakup or divorce or?
Because see, I call it a death of a relationship. Now, if a person dies, it's a death of a relationship. If a person divorces you and leaves you, because एक time पे तो आप close थे, और वो, that is more like a loss in this reality. You suddenly start looking at yourself as a failure. So what we have in access consciousness, that we do a lot of processes, and we're like, okay, that too is a choice. What if they're so they've created space in your world. अब उसमें आपको क्या रखना है, स्टेप अप करना है या स्टेप डाउन करना है, वो तो चॉइस फिर अपनी होती है. हम क्योंकि अपनी लाइफ को दूसरे के लाइफ के साथ रिवॉल्व करना शुरू कर देते हैं. Like we make them the sun and we are moving around like a planet around them. Now that sun is gone, now you have no importance left. So what if वो अगर पूरी जिंदगी हम सेल्फ इम्पोर्टेंस भी दे एंड खुद को भी वैल्यू करे, तो वो दिन जब आता है, देन यू आर मोर इन अलाउंस की ठीक है, अब इसकी जैसे इफ यू लुक एट इट, अर्थ है एंड अर्थ इज रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड सन एंड मून इज रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड अर्थ, लेकिन एक जाता है तो दूसरा आता है, एंड दे आर इन अलाउंस ऑफ ईच अदर, इज व्हाट आई फील. ओके, सो कल को उन्होंने जाना है, बिकॉज कोई यहाँ पे गारंटी या वारंटी टैक्स के साथ नहीं आता है. नन ऑफ योर रिलेशनशिप्स आर बिल्ड ऑन दैट. Okay, and even the best of machine can give up, and आपको 10 year warranty होके भी वो एक साल में खराब हो सकती है, right? So yeah. You do a big fat wedding and then suddenly you realize that okay, ये तो 6 महीना भी नहीं चली. That's the loss. So the losses that are there, because the moments and the cherishable times or the terrible times, it depends for people. Some people will be really happy, chalo gaya, Shanti. And some people will genuinely be upset. So dealing with grief, of course, grief management, we had Naveen ji coming up and talking about it, and how he got at the age of 70, he got into access and changed his reality with that pain of losing his wife. So when we asked a question to Harry, because we are summing it up for the month for those people who have not seen it. Harry, that is, we call him Harry, but his name is Harpreet Prasricha, and he's also a facilitator, and he's in Delhi. He's 35 and single. Is he not eligible? He is definitely so eligible. So, what he said, that it should not be a compulsion, it should be a choice. Marriage is something that you are there to have fun, and when the fun ends, you can move out. You don't have to be in it just because you've decided कि ये करना है और पूरी जिंदगी में के एंड तक चलाना है. जैसे पुराने जमाने में होता था, मेरी अर्थी उठेगी यहाँ से. Why would you do that? Then you keep dying every day. Don't give up on you.
So
Then
people,
we
if you are listening, it's important to also revolve around yourself, not just around other people. It's okay to revolve around
rotate
other
around
planets,
yourself.
but
बिकॉज रेवोल्यूशन
yeah,
किसी के अंदर होता है, रोटेशन खुद के अंदर होता है. ओके, यू जस्ट काइंड ऑफ गिव योरसेल्फ दैट थिंग. जब हमने इतना सारा पढ़ाई करा है, जिन्होंने नहीं किया है वो रेवोल्यूशन में ना फंसे लेकिन खुद को इम्पोर्टेंस दे. देन वी हैड मंजुनाथ मैसूर from Bangalore who was talking about how is it about divorcing somebody. So he mentioned that खुद को divorce देने से better है कि किसी और को like अगर जाने की जरूरत है और उनको नहीं अच्छा लग रहा है तो जाने देने की अलाउंस होनी चाहिए. हम क्या करते हैं, हम जबरदस्ती किसी को सफोकेट करते चले जाते हैं, कंट्रोल करते चले जाते हैं. तो अगर उन जेन्युइन, अगर हम कहते हैं ना, वी टॉक अबाउट अनकंडीशनल लव, दैट इज नथिंग बट अलाउंस. दैट ओके, यू आर देयर टिल यू आर देयर एंड यू आई लेट्स मेक ब्रिलियंट मोमेंट्स आउट ऑफ इट. द डे you don't feel like being in it, then I allow you to go, or
on
you
this
allow I allow you to make your choices in short, and make my choices too.
on this note, I want to ask you: is divorce a stigma?
When I was getting divorced, I'm talking 12 years ago, 10 years ago, it was. I felt it was because I felt कि बस हो गया, I'm such a loser, मेरी तो खत्म हो गई जिंदगी, एक शादी निभा नहीं पाए आप तो मतलब बिल्कुल ही wasted हो. Okay, and that time I did. But now, as I see the world changing and people and the especially youngsters have no point of view about it. They don't get into that judgment कि मेरा क्या होगा, मेरे पेरेंट्स का क्या होगा. है बहुत वो heavy energy अभी भी है. Because as I said, if you don't have somebody, then you're such a failure. कि एक एक सवाल दिया था दुनिया ने और वो भी पूरी तरह से पूरा नहीं कर पाए, you know, like, and especially if you've had a series of situations where ना काम में आपने अच्छा कर लिया, ना आपने मतलब बच्चा ही पैदा कर लिया, you know, it's like a milestone.
Yeah, series of labels and tags that go along with certain situations that are so heavy and challenging.
इट इज चैलेंजिंग. बच्चा जब पैदा होता है तभी से माइलस्टोन शुरू हो जाते हैं. ओ मेरे बच्चे ने तो 6 महीने में बोलना शुरू कर दिया, यू नो, इट्स लाइक यू आर सो थ्रेटन कि मेरा बच्चा तो 3.5 पे भी नहीं बोल रहा है, यू नो, व्हाट डू आई डू, ये कोई गड़बड़ तो नहीं है. सो हमारी वी आर ट्यून्ड, वी आर ट्रेन टू सी गलती क्या है इसमें. एंड 99% ऑफ द टाइम हमें लगता है कि मेरा रिश्ता टूटा है तो मेरी ही गलती होगी, राइट? So we start accusing ourselves, abusing ourselves. In order to maintain something, we're constantly abusing ourselves. So that is what I would say, and that's what my take on stigma or no stigma is. It is I would still say that a lot of traditional people still feel it's a stigma.
I would like to take you to another different zone altogether. Since we are talking on singledom, single people have lots of choices. They have a choice to have kids by themselves. Um, so nowadays, they call it single parenting. A lot of celebrities are also like they are having kids without marrying. Um, could
We
you
have
talk?
Karan
Is it
Johar,
like
Karan Johar, we have Tushar Kapoor, we have Sushmita Sen, and a few more. I think, I don't know. These are the higher ones, you know, that I'm aware of.
so? Is it like a struggle or is it easy to do that?
I think it's not a struggle because क्या है कि खुद का आपका choice है and you have the luxury and the funds and the financial backing that you can go ahead and do that and the stature. But कितने लोग हैं जो कहते हैं शादी हम इसलिए करते हैं so that we can have the बच्चास. But if you can just have the bachas, why would you want to go through a toxic relationship which eventually becomes toxic? Not all relationships are toxic. To bear the child and then the child becomes a burden. Here you're doing everything with a choice. That is what the whole thing is.
Nice. So people, if you're watching,
Had Lizia Butler talking about
yeah.
it last week when we had invited her, and she was talking about single parenthood and how difficult it is, how easy it is. Easy to kuch nahi hota actually is what I feel. But you have to have ease with that so that you can have it easy.
So like there are if you are watching, then we are talking about getting over challenges, barriers, labels, struggles of being a single parent, whether you are married or a single parent without marriage.
No, if I have to talk about how I was being treated when I was a single, some people were very genuinely embracing, and and some people were sympathetic, hi bichari, and some people were like, oh my god, she shouldn't come to our place, because then she can have a bad influence, or I can ruin their married life. So there were various challenges that I went through, and I could sense it, and not that I could do anything about it, but having lived almost like 10 years alone, I then decided, or like not decided, I chose that let me see how is it to be with somebody, and was I ready to have a creationship rather than a relationship, because relationship is a separation between two objects. So here I was, I said, okay, let me create a different way of having a life, having a partner, and having a family, and yet not being me. तो वो एक्सपेंसिव लगता है फिर। अभी अभी इतना प्रेशर नहीं लगता है। पहले हर चीज प्रेशर लगती थी, डर लगता था, ओ गॉड क्या, व्हाट इफ आई फेल, यू नो एंड सेल्फ डाउट। ऑफ कोर्स इफ योर मैरिज इज फेल्ड, यू आर लाइक shattered.
So the last part that you said, that with everything you could be you. Um how is how easy is to be you, or how difficult is to be yourself?
I think the entire journey that we are here for, since the time we are born, that the challenge is to be yourself. I think उसी में हम पूरी अगर 100% दे दे, then the life is everything is ease joy glory. बट प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है कि हम ही नहीं पता होता है कि हम क्या हैं, और पूरी जर्नी जो है लाइफ में वही हमको जानने की जरूरत होती है। तो चैलेंजिंग तो होता है,
Like
क्योंकि अब
people start operating out of choiceless universe, that hey, I don't have a choice, what do I do?
no, you're not even, on top of that, you're not even given a choice. If you're born in a family where everything is decided by the parent, कि आपको क्या करना है, कितना खाना है, क्या पहनना है, क्या नहीं पहनना है, then you definitely don't have a choice. But that too, to not have a choice is also a choice actually. So वहां अपने को गलत नहीं ठहराना है. When you grow out of that vibrational reality, you can now choose something else. प्रॉब्लम क्या होती है, वो इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग वाइब्रेशन होता है कि हम भी वैसे ही बिहेव करने लग जाते हैं अपने बच्चों के साथ जब हम बड़े हो जाते हैं, ना चाहते हुए भी. Because it's like you're like a sponge, you're just picking it up. So definitely, it's a journey. It's not easy to give up on what you've learned. It's like unlearning everything so that you can know where you stand and what is it that you can choose to be. So
Right.
choice to be you has to be first, acknowledge कि I would like to be me. And उसके लिए कई लोगों ने तो गिव अप कर दिया, तो उनको पता ही नहीं कि वो हैं क्या. तो वो खोजने में ही टाइम जाता है, और खोजने के बाद मान लो मुझे मना करना है तुमको, और मैंने आज तक सिर्फ हाँ ही बोला है सबको, तो आई फाइंड इट सो डिफिकल्ट टू से नो, आई डोंट वांट टू गो आउट टुडे, right? Then you start looking at the wrongness of you. So that being जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं जो है शर्मा जाता है, या वो conditioning की वजह से दब जाता है. So I wouldn't say that is easy, but thanks to Access consciousness and the gifts and the tools and the stuff that Access does, बहुत आसान हो जाता है चीजें. वही चीज जो मुश्किल लगती है वो ease में आ जाती है, fun में आ जाती है.
Nice. Do you have any last thoughts that you would like to tell the audience?
So I want to say that, coupledom or SingleDom. So it depends how dumb are you going to be in either of the cases. So allow yourself to be you without divorcing yourself, because that's what Harpreet, that's what Manjuna, that's what Lizia came here and spoke about. It's about being the energy of you, being comfortable with you. And I would say that stop divorcing yourself. Like, I'm just summing it up for what they said, and I would say the same. So अपने साथ पहले रिश्ता जोड़ो, फिर दूसरों के साथ बनाना शुरू करना. हमारी कोशिश
I would
होती है
like to add, at any point of your life, at any age, at any situation you are in, do that, what Kavita is saying.
सबसे पहले खुद से रिश्ता, उसके बाद दूसरों का रिश्ता अपने आप आ जाएगा. आप एक हनी के जैसे बन जाओगे, सारी मधुमक्खियां आपके पास आ जाएंगी, because you would know how to honor yourself, trust yourself, be vulnerable with yourself, have allowance for yourself, and absolute gratitude for yourself. And then any of the rishtas is possible.
Thank you so much, Kavita. This was amazing talk.
Thank you
And
so much.
people, if you would like to know more, there is a link below this where you can just log on to the website and have details about upcoming classes and other episodes.
And Marriage No Marriage as a class, we're not going to do it next month though. We're going to do it, sorry, we're not going to do it this month. We're going to do it next month. Yeah.
All right. Thank you
Thank
from my
you.
side. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.